As you can see, the campaign to destroy our family values, our moral values, cultural values, religious values are intensifying in New South Wales to try to bring it in line with other states that were controlled by Labour for a long time. And this is why we warned everyone not to vote Labour in the last state election, because we expected that Labour will start immediately attacking our family values, moral values, and attack on our religious freedom. The Labour is not leading the campaign. They are pushing the independent Alex Greenwich to lead the campaign, but they will support the so-called LGBTQ equality bill to pass, and the Labour and the Greens are expected to support this, and some of the Liberal MPs expected to support this bill unless you stand up. And now we need to tell everyone that gloves off. We need to show them all that this bill should not be passed, and if it will be passed, the Labour and the Greens should pay a big price. Especially the Labour and the Greens are getting a lot of votes from socially conservative, religious and ethnic minorities, including the Muslims, the Arabs, and all other communities in the southwestern Sydney, who are supporting Labour and the Greens traditionally, and who put the Labour in the government this year. The bill is so dangerous that we can relate to the scenes, the ugly scenes we saw in Germany and Sweden. The ugly scenes of authorities removing kids from their families because the parents talked about LGBTQ, and the madness of allowing kids as young as 12 to go into a chemical castration, into changing the sex without the approval of their parents. As a migration agent, I see and I receive phone calls and inquiries from tens of thousands of people from Germany and Sweden said we want to leave this country because now they're attacking our family values and they are taking away our kids. Even if it is in our homes, we're talking about LGBTQ, gender dysphoria, they are coming and taking the kids from us. And now it is up to every one of you. It is up to everyone in the community to write to his member of parliament, especially in the southwestern Sydney, especially Jihad Deeb, Tina Ayad, and others who cheated you and said vote for us, and we will defend the community. We will defend the family values. We will defend religious values. And Tina Ayad and Jihad Deeb going to the religious organization, religious celebrations, expressing their support for religious freedom. Now they are supporting attack on your religious freedom, on your family values, and on your moral values. What this bill will do is anyone who advise the kids that think again, this gender dysphoria is mental health problems, he will go to jail. He or she will go to jail. If a religious school refuses to employ a transgender person because of the values, because of the religious values, because of the values they are promoting at the school, they will be punished by jail, heavy fines, and maybe closure of the school, closure of the mosque, closure of the other organization. And this is what I and other people in the community warned when there was a plebiscite about same-sex marriage. Said the next is coming after you, after your religious freedom, after your family values, and you as religious people who stood in the mosques, stood in the religious celebration, and advocating people, constituents, religious faithful, to vote for the Labour or Greens. They should know now they are targeted, and if they speak up against chemical castration of the kids, puberty blockers, the surgeries to change the sex of kids as young as 12, they could be in jail, and their mosque could be closed, their religious school could be closed or fined, and the attack on religious freedom is paramount now. And I disagree with my friends in the religious in the Christian religious organizations that this is an attack on Christianity, attack on Christian faith. No, this is attack on every faith. This is attack on our culture. This is attack on our freedom. What we will do now, from tomorrow, we will write to everyone who is concerned, organizations, religious organizations, cultural organizations, to ask their support to show this Alex Greenwich, Labour, Greens, and some of the liberals that if you go this path, you will pay hefty price in the next election, and you will lose. You will lose in the area that traditionally voted for you. I know that Alex Greenwich, who's a sole member, independent, getting all the burden of introducing this bill, but it is supported, this destructive, this barbaric, this draconian, whatever description you want to give, bill is supported and initiated together with Alex Greenwich by the Labour and the Greens and some people in the Liberals. The Liberals could not introduce this because they know very well in the Liberal Party that if they introduce this bill, they would lose every conservative voter, and this is why they left this to the Labour and the Greens. And now, if anyone tell me that we need to vote for the Labour or Greens because they are good on Palestine or they are good on refugees, we're telling them that their stance on Palestine will not liberate Palestine. Their stance on the refugees will not liberate refugees. They are lying on every word they are telling. But even what we will do if we solve the problems of 10,000 refugees, if they destroy our families, if we now have only one option to leave this country, because if they attack our families, if they attack our values, if they attack our cultural values, our freedoms, we have no other choice but either to fight, even to go to jail, or to leave this country. Tens of thousands of families who left Germany and Sweden because of similar legislation. It is very dangerous now. It is not equality. It is not equality for somebody with mental health problems to come and tell me that the mental health problem is the norm and you should accept this, and if you don't accept this, you will go to jail. This is mental health problems. And this bill, what this bill will legislate is you can't treat these mental health problems. Any mental health problems have treatment. They should have counseling. There are some treatment. There are medicines. There are a lot of other things. What this bill insists is you can't treat this gender dysphoria, which is mental health problems, by any way. And any psychologist, any psychiatrist, any religious person, if they want to intervene and help treating these mental health problems, they will be in jail. This is the first time in history a state wants to punish the doctors. A state wants to punish people who provide a treatment for mental health problems. A state that want to spread the mental health problems among the people who are not affected by these mental health problems. We need to take matters into our hands by organizing rallies, organizing meetings, writing to the local members, writing to the ministers, protesting outside the offices of the local members, especially the community members, these people who cheated you, these people who are deeply Freemasons like Jihad Deep and Tina Ayad, who told you that we as Muslims, they claim that they are Muslims and they will protect the community values, they will protect the community freedoms, they will fight for community interest. Here it is the time. You need to go and outside their offices protest and say, here we need you to stand up against this evil. This is an evil, absolute evil, and you need to be very clear. If you allow this evil to prevail in this country, you will face the rebellion of the nation, the rebellion of the area, the rebellion of the voters, and you will be punished heavily in the next election. I know that a lot of these people are servant for the deep state, Freemasons, and they know that if they will lose their jobs, another people will come and replace them. But if they introduce this, they need to understand that the consequences is very big. The politicians understand one language only. You show them that you will lose your job. You show them that your party will lose heavily in the next election. And by the way, the Labour Party already lost a lot of its popularity, members and voters in this southwestern areas, mainly migrants, religious conservatives who started to realize that Labour and the Greens are force of evil, agents of chaos, and they started to vote against them. This is why Labour never won an election from 2007 after 2007 until now. Not in any state, not in any federal election. It was always a hung parliament because the people are sick from you, sick from Labour, Liberals, Greens, and these so-called colored independents like Alex Greenwich or these steel independents, who are not independent. They are the same servants of the Freemason deep states. It is the time now to show the true force that can enforce these evil forces to retreat and hands off our kids, our families, our moral values. We will, in the next few days, we will start campaigning with the other forces that protested before or organized meetings after meetings. It is the time now to concentrate our efforts to show this evil the true power of the people.